Hello, this is another one of those videos where it's way too late and it should have been uploaded sooner. I said I'd keep you updated with my suit, and I think the last thing I showed was probably the helmet as like an actual video, and that was just a tutorial. I've pretty much finished it. The build itself is finished now, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, let me just angle this camera a bit better. This is where he's at. It's certainly much further than the last video I did. Ignore the rubbish bags of EVA foam offcuts that I've got. But yep, he's pretty much done. These things on the side of him are his hands, or the forearm bits, I suppose. Those are the finger holes just in there. They're not sticking on very well at the moment, but they do go up there. And they'll stay like that. I'm going to bridge a bit more of this gap here with some thinner foam. Basically just don't like the way this looks, so I'm going to probably bring a bit up to there, because I've worked out this bit kind of collapses in just on itself, so this whole space is redundant. So I'll just cover that with a bit more foam so it gets painted the same bluey green as this part up here. Got all the little insets throughout it. I need to do another bit of detail that goes here. I need to sort out the rest of the mechanism for this thing here, because I've got some caps that go on that, which are these things. So I basically need to work out how I want to hinge these so that they drop down like that, and then come back up when it closes, which to be fair I've worked out. My girlfriend's very kindly sent me some fishing line to save me going and getting it anywhere. So yeah, I'm just going to add like a very loose hinge that just holds this here, and then while these are fully out, the string will be slack so it falls all the way down, and as these retract it will pull the string, which means that it pulls this back up on the hinge and that will hold itself shut. And then I've got obviously the other side as well. Those are both motorized. I'll show you those in a second. I've also done the arc reactor piece, which I was going to try and prime and paint today, but I'm going to wait until I can cure it a bit more with the sun, because I want to make sure this stuff is fully cured. It's also, you can see it's a bit oval. It's just because the whole body's under stress at the moment, so I'll add some foam that kind of pulls these two together a bit more. And then this will sit in here, in this kind of gap. To be fair, I might actually have to round the gap out. That might be the correct size for the hole. And then the arc reactor piece will sit there. So that's that bit done. My 3D printer is broken, and the LCD screen isn't working, so it's not letting the UV light through, sorry. You want to focus? So I've got to plug it up with a bit of paper, some super glue, and then sand it back down. So hopefully that works fine. I don't really have a whole lot of choice. And then if we look up here, I've got the helmet done. I also need to do these. Actually, there's meant to be some rings that sit here, which will probably also help with the oval shape of this. But this is completely finished now, and it's working near flawlessly. You can see the helmet opens, stays at a nice height, it's not warping itself too much, and when it does, it corrects itself. And we close it, and it closes all the way back down. So very happy with this at the moment. Obviously these buttons won't be sat just here, that's why they've got the removable connections. I'm going to add an adapter that runs all the way through, here, all the way down the inside of the arm, and it will come out here, and the buttons will be wired onto that there. And I've got some tiny momentary switches that are basically these things but tinier, and they'll fit just in front of the thumb and one behind the thumb. So when I push my thumb forwards, the mask opens. When I pull my thumb back, it pushes on the one behind it and it closes the faceplate again. So yeah, this is where I'm at with this thing. This is a little bit of a pain at the moment because I want it all displayed nicely, but the mannequin doesn't seem to be cooperating. There we go. If you're wondering about the mannequin, it is literally just PVC pipe that I have taken and basically just hacked together until I get this. But I'm very happy with it. It seems to work very nicely. I'll do a test suit up at some point, probably once it's painted. I'll do a test suit up and show you that. I'll show you some more of the electronics that I've got done before I end this video. So this here is a very basic version of what an arc reactor, or my finished one, will look like. You might be able to see there's kind of a very light triangle showing through. You probably won't be able to see it on that saying. Oh, there you go. Oh. There we go. I don't know why it's flickering. There. And you can see the triangle kind of coming through. It's blowing out the camera a bit. But there is a triangle in there that I've designed. So in person it gives that kind of like triangular arc reactor vibe. And that will just sit in, well, to be fair, it's on the bright mode now. There you go. You can see the triangle a bit better in there. And that will just sit there. Obviously with the designed piece on top of it. It may also be worth pointing out that the hinges for here, that you can probably just about see, the bright blue things in there, they'll be painted anyway so you won't see them. Those are from buckets. Those are the connectors for bucket handles, because I couldn't think of anything else that'd be durable, that would do nicely just to come apart as well, because obviously you can remove the handles of buckets. And yeah, it just made sense. You can see my hand waving here. Yeah, bucket handles just made sense to use for the hinge. Okay, I don't really think this part of the video through because it's going to be quite a difficult angle to film while I reach behind it. But you can see both the torpedoes come down a little bit. They're obviously not painted yet, but they will be. They'll be all black. So they come out a nice enough distance for you to notice that they're protruding. Especially against this kind of colour, you'll notice all black bits sticking out. And then if we grab the other one here, they retract all the way back in. Now they're nice and flush, so they're not sticking out at all, so that door will close all the way. Same with this one, it's nice and flush as well. So yeah, basic update for now. These are on elastic, so they move out of the way if I move my arm. And yeah, that's where we're at. Sorry, it's such kind of not really got a whole lot to show you other than this all black suit here. Yeah, he also looks a bit short because I've shortened his neck for display purposes. I mean, he's still taller than me, I think, here, and a lot taller than the one in the background. This guy is a lot shorter in comparison. He also looks very jealous of this new one here. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be painting this guy this week, I believe. So there'll be hopefully a finished video up in the next 2 weeks before Comic-Con starts. And then hopefully a video of me wearing it at Comic-Con. I'm currently losing my voice because I work with children and it means a lot of talking. But thank you for watching and hopefully see you in another video soon.